From Vegas, we're here for the final bit of the semifinals of the scratch division of this year's Las Vegas Open. Marshall Kent and Cameron Weier playing their second of two games. Cameron lost the first one, so the winner of this game will advance to the title match to take on 13-year-old Cameron Doyle. Marshall and Cameron, two of the very best from up in the Pacific Northwest. Weier, this year's Pacific Northwest Conference Bowler of the Year. Marshall, last summer's Bowler of Everything. Almost clean swept the entire summer. This is the seventh frame. Kent's got a double working. This is to almost tie up the match, but doesn't do it on a pair that's looking pretty squirrely right now. You can tell by their body language they're not comfortable with what's going on in the lanes right now. He spares it up, he'll trail by 12. It was a pretty high scoring condition all weekend long, but they're beyond burn right now, and they've got to make another set of adjustments. Get that ball to not jump when they're missing just a little right, and not create too much hold when they miss left. Both bowlers really good at playing that deep inside line, but they're a little dicey right now, Lindsay.
What?
Thanks for focusing.
Oh, sorry.
Cameron, usually you can't even hear his ball hit the lane. But the last couple shots on 46 here, he's actually been lofting it a little bit by Cameron standards. Cameron makes me glad we still don't use actual videotape and do this digitally, because when we used actual videotape, we went through like 4 of them in one single show. Very deliberate bowler. Let's see if he does the loft again. That's mega loft. Oh, pin came back, not in time to trip before. Cameron, one of a bunch of bowlers to shoot 300 this weekend. Help me out. 12 shot threes this weekend. Zachatori had one. About game 10 or so. Brent Cunningham had 300 and 299 in the same block. There you go. Tons of 290 pluses. 11 pin lead for Weier with that. The winner of this match to play a 13-year-old kid for $4,000. Not something you say every day in a scratch tournament. Bowlers up as old as 22 competing in this event. No matter what anybody wants to tell you in a press release, age is simply not the determining factor in who does well in a youth tournament. Skill, experience, willingness to adjust, everything but age. I'm not saying it doesn't help, but it's not the overwhelming reason why people do well. There you go, saws that rack in half. In the middle of the match between Doyle and Young, Doyle moved deeper and came around the ball a little bit more to try and combat what's going on in the lanes right now. It sort of looked like Cameron did that as well on that shot. Both these guys can go directly up the back if they want to. In fact, Marshall is playing really, really straight all day long. Obviously, that's not an option anymore, as you see him with both legs in front of the ball return. Watch the arm go into motion first, then smaller steps to stay in timing. Again, the body language tells the story, as he liked that ball about 35 feet. And it just checks up too early. So what is he going to do now if he has to step up on 46 in the 10th frame? The chance to win. Right now he would love a chance to win in the 10th, because he'll trail by 13 if he spares it up here in the 8th. Hard and straight, cross lane, take that tricky lane out of play. No trouble there. Well, two bowlers with an absolute boatload of experience for quote-unquote kids. They've had to dig out strikes on harder patterns than this, under even more pressure than this. Kent threw a double for a 260 game on the burn at Junior Gold to win Junior Gold last summer. I don't know how either him or Matt bowled the game that they bowled for the title at Gold, so they can do it. Can he do it here? Wow. Just tried to force that ball down the lane almost. Good ball. Unfortunately, a half 10. Cameron could win Powerball for $1 million. You wouldn't know how he feels. Marshall, the direct opposite. Wears the emotions on the sleeve. Take that, 10-pin. What can he do? Well, nothing is what he can do about it if Cameron takes care of business himself here in the 9th or 10th. Cameron with the count advantage also, and working on a strike here in the 8th. If he fills up frames and holds 3 pins a count, there's nothing Kent can do about it, and we'll have an all-Cameron title match, which is incredibly annoying when you're trying to talk about a match.
2 seed.
That's right, and 1 versus 2. There's that loft. Wow. Another good shot. For Cameron, that's coming around the side of the ball too. Problem with that, if you hit a little bit of that extra squirt, then that ball's not finishing strong. And the inevitable result, another half 10. Be sure to stay tuned for part 17 of this if Cameron wins this game. Crying out loud. There we go. All right, 18 fill here, 17 fill here, we'll do it. We're from a town in Washington called Federal Way. I think by the time we got that far west, we were just running out of names for cities, so we just tossed together weird words that don't really indicate cities at all. But Marshall from across the Cascades in Yakima, which is also a weird sounding name when you think about it. What do I do when I have 3,000 Bud Lights? I Yakima. This is what happens when Cameron Weier makes a show. You start to fill time right in the 10th frame. Big shot right here. In wow, said about it all right there. That could have been a 5-7 easily from there. But it's okay. Filling the frames is fine. He'll take a 7-pin out of that and then get the heck off this pair. Looks like we're gonna be on a pair that neither of them were on for the title match, which makes a whole lot of sense. If Weier wins, and he will if he goes spare 7, he'll only need to beat Doyle once out of 2 games to collect the $4,000 paycheck. Hard and straight. There we go. All right. Strike is a winner. 9 is a winner. 8 is a winner. 7 would be disappointing for Cameron. 6 would be potentially catastrophic for Cameron. I'm not a betting man even here in Las Vegas. I'm thinking at least 8 pins are going to fall here. And usually when I say something like that, I jinx them unintentionally, so find out.
Oh boy.
Look out. Boy, oh boy. Oh my goodness. Well, he was definitely protecting on that shot and protected himself right into a win. It will be Cameron v. Cameron for all the marbles here in Vegas. Be sure to watch part 97 for that title match.